Hey, what's up, JDog? This is Steven. I spoke to you a little bit earlier today, and we were talking about your online presence. And I know you're doing good, but I want to show you where there's a lot of opportunity. Okay. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you three things that you can do today to actually start ranking above your competition in a lot of these other areas, specifically Charlotte. Now, if by the end of this video you can see that I do have the technical know how to get this done, you can just reply back to this email and we can chat. Or if you just want to implement this yourself or work with maybe you guys have an existing marketing company, you guys can do that as well, because I do see this as a franchise. So I don't know if they have marketing rights over everything or if you can work with somebody else locally. But I'm going to go ahead and give you this information anyway. Now, the three things I'm going to be going over are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your homepage, and in your case, yes, this Concord page, and really your entire website, but primarily your homepage is what we're talking about here. Now, Google usually likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the home pages of these service-based industries such as yours. See, this gives you plenty of opportunity to add in buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases. And this is basically what people are searching for when they're searching for your services. And having that many words allows you to fit in all the ones that you need to fit in without it looking unnatural and without keyword stuffing, which will actually get you flagged through Google. Excuse my cough here. Now, I went ahead and pulled up one of the main competitors here, and this is in the Charlotte location. And I'm using Charlotte because that is on your service areas. And I'm going to show you the opportunity here. So this is 1-800-GOT-JUNK, and this is just their Charlotte page, right? I went ahead and threw them into a tool that I subscribe to called Ahrefs. Now, this tool is pretty neat in that it pretty much gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. Okay. So their Charlotte site is currently being found for 110 keywords. And that has helped them get about 821, not about, but 821 clicks on their webpage, just their webpage, in the past 30 days alone. Now, I went ahead and threw your Concord site into the same tool here, and your site is currently being found for 22 keywords, and that has helped you get 84 clicks on your site in the past 30 days. So in Concord, you guys are killing it. So I don't have to tell you I know your presence there is good. I just want to show you the opportunity in Charlotte, and that's that opportunity right there. So let's go back here. We can actually click on this 110 here and click on the keywords. And this will actually pull up all the keywords that they're currently being found for. And so like the ones I really want to pay attention to are the ones with the locations behind them. So you guys are in the #1 spot for junk removal, not Charlotte, junk removal Concord. I know that because I already checked that, right? So we don't have to worry about that. But Charlotte, look at this. Okay, so junk removal, let's go back. Concord. So junk removal Concord NC. So over the past 30 days, that got 200 searches, right? Now junk removal Charlotte NC got over 1,000 searches. So that's the search Charlotte gets, and then you can add on junk removal Charlotte, another 320 searches. I mean, all these Charlotte ones, you add them up, I mean, it's like thousands. So that's just what I wanted to point out. And what you could actually do is take all those Charlotte keywords that they're being found for with all that high volume, search volume, and you could put it on your Charlotte webpage, right? All those keywords you'd want to put on there. If you were to do that, you would start being found for all those keywords, and Google would be able to find you when people search them. Because right now, it doesn't look like, well, actually, let's go ahead and look at your keywords. I don't think we did that. So these are your keywords. You do not have any Charlotte ones. So if that's something you want, you'd want that on your Charlotte page. And maybe a few times, and probably some on your homepage as well, so Google to be able to find that pretty easily. So that's it for content. Next thing I want to go over citations, and this isn't going to really apply to you because I believe, and let me explain why. Now, when most people are searching these terms, junk removal, like Charlotte NC, and in your case, it's going to be junk because you're not going to show up. I'll show you what I mean. Concord. Okay, so excuse me. So if I put in junk removal Concord NC, now, studies have shown that right around 45% of the people searching for this are going to be clicking on one of these businesses, and you are number one. This area right here is the map pack. This has all to do with your Google business profile. You're already up there. A lot of people think the main driver are reviews. If that were the case, the junk loggers would have you beat out by a long shot, right? So that's not the case. It's citations, and you guys are the king right now when it comes to that because you guys are number one in that area. And it doesn't matter how many citations you have, you're only going to be the king in your area. So that you cannot be the king of the Charlotte area because you guys reside in Concord. However, underneath this map pack is Google's organic search results list. Now, as I said, 45% of people are going to be clicking on one of the businesses in the map pack, right? This number one spot right here captures right around 40% of clicks all by itself. So it's the most click spot position on the whole page. This has to do with backlinks, and this is something that you could do, get into. Like I said, because of your physical address, you wouldn't be able to get into the map pack for Charlotte, but you could absolutely get up in here, right? Depending on if your keywords are right, and it's essential. Backlinking is essential, and that's what I'm going to explain now. Now, backlinks are essentially other websites on the internet that have a link on one of their pages that when clicked, it leads back to your site. Now, Google, they use these backlinks as like an online referraling system. And the more relevant and the more traffic that that site is that gets linking back to you, the better for you guys. And what I mean by that is, say you have a local blog, like a popular local Charlotte blog page, or a popular industry site that's linking back to your site, that's actually what's going to help push you up in Google's rankings. Now, since you guys are a junk removal company, say you have like a backlink, or you have a site like Pizza Hut linking back to you. Very popular site in its own right, gets a lot of traffic, but it's not going to do you guys any good because of the relevance. You guys don't sell pizza or really have anything to do with pizza unless you're just getting it on your lunch break, right? So I went ahead and pulled up one of the other main competitors here in Charlotte, and that's Junk King, and this is their Charlotte page. And I went ahead and threw them in this tool as well. And as you can see, they're number two, and they're getting 500. They got 529 clicks just in the past 30 days. So Charlotte is a booming market for junk removal. But what I want to pay attention to is their backlink profile. So I just want to be clear, it's through your content, specifically your keywords, that Google is able to find you when people are searching these terms. So you're on their radar at that point. But now they got to figure out where they're going to position you on their list. And that's all determinant on your backlinks. Backlinks produce trust, and it's like like I said, it's like a online referraling system. Now, right now, the Charlotte location has 171 backlinks coming from a total of 18 websites. They call them referring domains in here, but it's this website. So let's go ahead and take a look at your backlink profile. So you're doing pretty good. You got 168 coming from 29. So it's not necessarily about the number as it is about the quality and relevance of those backlinks. So we know, since they're ranking really high in Charlotte, that it's the power of these websites that they're getting links from that's actually giving them all that trust and pushing them up in those rankings. So we want to take a look at that. So we can click that 18, and we can look at all the sites, these 18 sites that are actually pushing them power. And you could actually go down this list and grab backlinks from these sites. And if you were to do that, and you were to, this is assuming your content and your keywords were correct at this point, you would actually, that would move you up pretty dramatically in in the rankings here. What would pretty much ensure you a number one spot. It might take some time, but if you were to do that same thing with like the top 3 to 5 websites on this list with those backlinks, that would pretty much guarantee you a top spot here eventually, right? So as you can see, this isn't like a fluke or any type of luck. This is an actual method, and it's a method that these top companies are using, and I'm sure you're using to some degree in the Concord market, but you could use it for Charlotte as well. Um, but yeah, so let's go ahead and recap. Uh, you want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of a lot of those keywords. Second is citations. I don't need to tell you about that. You guys are doing well. And lastly, are backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that it's you guys that they are the authority when it comes to junk removal companies in and around the Charlotte area. Now, like I said at the beginning, you can take this information and implement it yourself or pass it on to your marketing team. Or if you can book a discovery call with me. Again, my name is Steven. I live in North Carolina, a little bit far from you, just outside of Fayetteville. You can just respond back to this email or give me a call at 910-551-2006. Other than that, I appreciate your time and have a good rest of your day.